Hi everybody, it's Kelly and I have a relatively simple, quick project to share with you today. I used the Kaiser 75 cents line for this, the same as I used on my K letter configuration box. And this is an altered house-shaped tissue box. It came as just plain wood and I was absolutely in love with this when I saw it. I thought it was really cute that the tissues sort of came out the top as if the chimney was smoking. So I quite wanted for this to use this gate that you can see on the front, and this gate is by Tando Creative. It came as one large piece, and I actually cut it in half so that I could have it on both sides. So if I start with the paper actually and let you know what I've done, so we have the chevron piece on this side, the sort of blue dotted square piece on this side, then another piece of the chevron on this side, and the blue dotted piece with the butterflies on this side. Then on the top up here we have the sort of bluey green floral piece, and that also runs underneath the lace that I've used at the top. So as soon as I've mentioned the lace, let's start at the top first. So at the top, as you can see, I have layered just lace upon lace for the roof. And what I've done is I've sort of alternated those so that the pattern alternates. So in the gap of this one, for example, then you have the rounded piece. Don't know if you can see that on this one. Then at the very top around the chimney, I've just put on some of these little, this little bling trim that I had, which is actually an iron-on trim, but I just used some glue to stick that on, and that's where the tissues come out there. So if I go back to the gate, I'm going to tip this up slightly. Or shall I lift it? Oh, there we go. So the gate, which is here and here, what I've actually done for the gate is, first of all, I gessoed it. Then I covered it in texture paint. And I make my texture paint with something called SC, which is a stripping compound that is used in sandblasters to strip things. It's kind of a bit like a sand, I suppose, but it's actually more like a grit. And it works quite well for what I do, and there's a lot of it. We have a very old house. There's a lot of it around in our house, so yeah, I use that. So I texture painted in some areas on this gate itself. Then I sprayed it with glimmer mist in patina, and then I went over all the raised areas and some of the flattened areas in Inca Gold Rub and Buff in colour copper. So that is what the actual gate itself, that's how I did that. Then behind there's a piece of white cardstock which I've also sprayed in patina. I also used Lindy's Stamp Gang Whale Watch Blue and Sea Salt Green, I think the green is I called, to make it look patinaed. Then I used a damask mask by Prima and put some texture paste over that. Then I rubbed over the texture paste in the the copper Inca Gold rub-on, and that is what gives the effect of this piece behind. And I've done that, as you can see, on both sides, just to sort of make the gate stand out a bit more, I suppose, so that it doesn't just sort of fade into the background. And it kind of gives it that old rusted look, which is what I was looking for. So if I start on this side, the butterflies were already on the paper, and I don't know if this will show up on the camera, and if it doesn't, it will show up in the stills. I've actually put some crackle accents over the butterflies because I just thought they were really pretty as they were. Then, I'm sorry if you can hear my kids, and then down the bottom here, I have a couple of flowers, 4 flowers actually, that all came from Craft Supplies 1. Some beautiful flowers over there. I have this little brown flower down here, which is from my stash, which I believe came from I Am Roses. Then there's a little key here, and I've added some of the same texture paint that I made, and sprayed that in the patina colour as well. So that's on this side to make it distressed. I have this metal leaf here, which is from my stash, which I got from eBay, and this pearl thing here, can't remember what you call these, sorry, and that's from Craft Supplies 1 as well. Then poking out of this little cluster here and on the other side are some bits fussy cut from the paper line, some of the little dominoes. Then in the background here I have this little plaque. I can't remember who makes this. If you want to know, leave me a comment down there and I'll let you know. And this little plaque says "Beauty comes from within." And that started out silver, and I rubbed that with the same copper Viva decor that I used on here. Then I put some of the texture paint on it, and I sprayed that with the patina colour, and then I rubbed some more back over the top. Then in the middle here, I've used this padlock. And I've texture pasted that and sprayed that in patina and just put a couple of little flowers at the top there just to give it sort of something extra to look at. Then if we move around to this side, so we have the same thing with the gate. We have one of the, I think it's the Tim Holtz tickets that says Dream. Under here there is a filigree piece from my stash with the texture paint on again. I love these flowers. Now, they don't sell these in many places in the UK, so I had to pay an absolute small fortune for them, but I absolutely love it. It's from the Prima Odette collection. Love it to death. In the background here I have this little lamppost, and that has been coloured in the same as the gate, the Viva Decor. Another one of those little domino fussy cut pieces like I mentioned. There's a chipboard clock back there, which is from my stash. There is a little acrylic brown leaf in here, which again is from my stash. This flower I put together from the Prima Mechanicals, and then I put this little rose in the centre, which I sprayed in the patina. Then at the bottom I have this brown rose, which is from Craft Supplies 1, which I've just sprayed with some sort of glittery to give it a bit of shimmer. And this sort of white cream rose down here as well. Then in here we have one of the Prima light bulbs, which says Us on it, because this is going to be our family tissue box. Then in the background here I used the same damask mask that I used under here by Prima to put some very pale patina coloured texture paste on the side here, just to give it a little sort of something extra, something to feel nice. So they are mainly the two sort of very well decorated sides. As anyone that follows me will know, I really struggle with practical, so this was the most practical I could do. Then at the back side I have done the same thing. I've coloured the texture paste and I've covered this side in the Prima damask mask. Colour sort of to match, but slightly darker on this side, and I like the effect of that. I think it just gives that side something a bit more pretty to look at. And then on this side I've done some of the paste in the lighter bluey green patina, and then the bottom piece in like a sort of golden brown, which I coloured actually with mica powders. And I wanted to do the blue and the brown because this paper's got quite a lot of the brown in it. And then, yeah, so I think that is pretty much it. I will insert some still photos as usual. If you haven't entered my giveaway, or you're struggling, or what have you, or you don't know if you want to enter, please do. It'd be really, really nice for some people to enter. I'll probably make a little handmade gift for the winner as well. And there have been a few people that have inboxed me and said they're finding the idea quite difficult. If you are one of those people, let me know, because it's my giveaway, meaning that I can change the rules if I need to. So message me if you're struggling. Thank you for looking at my tissue box, and I will insert some still photos now. Thank you very much, everybody. See you soon.